trustee or the administrator for the probate, they sign the affidavit of death and it gets recorded. So if you waited 3 years, the county goes, oh, this is what, we have an extra bill for you on your way out. And they will make you pay the supplemental tax difference from when the person passed away each year until, yes.
Michael, what if there's a living trust in place?
Right.
Is that an exception?
So living trust or probate, the property taxes are gonna get stepped up. No, it won't matter. Yes,
So it's
there's an
best-
exception I better say in a second.
Is it best to get it appraised as soon as possible, so you know what the taxes are?
Good point. The county's gonna do it on their own.
Oh, they do it on
Yeah,
this.
so they send a field rep out
Okay.
and then you just get a surprise bill in the mail. And it doesn't, they don't know about it until the affidavit of death is filed. Yeah, so, okay, yes.
How about if you as a parent sell it to your child?
Okay, so there's the exception. So there's the exception. So there is a parent-child exclusion, just like before with Prop 13, it was called, I don't remember what it's called, but there was a proposition that allowed a parent-child, like for example, not in this instance, but if you wanted to sell it to your child, you can keep the tax base along those same ideas. But here's the caveat, the child has to move into the house. That's the issue. So if you already have a house somewhere else, and you're like, I don't want to move in. Do I share with you creative things I've seen people do? I will. I had one, and this isn't me, but I saw it. I saw it. It was interesting. The grandchild moved in. So they said that the grandchild was moving into the house, and they kept the property tax low by the grandchild. And again, I'm not a tax expert, nor an attorney, nor a CPA. So, yes.
Unfortunately, if it's not a child but a grandchild who inherits, the tax is up.
For the most part, yes.
All the way up.
Yes. The exception that I've seen, if the generation in the middle has passed away,
Yes.
I've heard that it not, but
Didn't
you
make a
didn't make a difference. Okay.
And is that for LA County or California?
California. Prop 19 is California. Yes.
So, my best friend is set to inherit his mom's house. He's an only child, and the living trust, my best friend will get it. So now, because of Prop 19, and this house is in San Francisco, it's worth 1.5 at least. Her taxes are very,
Right.
so now when he inherits, because of Prop 19, it's gonna go up,
It will go up.
except if she sells it to him while she's alive.
And don't do that.
Why? Cause then the taxes don't they get triggered
Well,
anyways?
one thing, yeah, okay. This is a different subject, and I might as well talk about it. Capital gains.
Oh, yeah.
That's the problem. So it's very insensitive of me to say it like this, but let her die.
Okay.
Literally, because so you see it all the time. I see it all the time. The parent says, I want to give it to my child while I'm still alive so the child I can see the benefit. But what happens is, if that does occur, if the child had inherited it, so let's say the parent bought it for $60,000, and then today it's worth $950. But let's say the child got it a few years back, and let's say when the child got it, the house was worth $7. Well, now you would only have between $7 and $950, and if they moved into it, there's no capital gains. Yay! But if the parent hadn't passed away, the capital gains goes back to when way down here, when the parent purchased it. So, but when you pass away, when the parent passes away, the child gets an instant step up in value. So it's we're talking about two different things, so it may be confusing. Property taxes, bummer, it is going to step up the value and you're going to get a bigger tax bill. But in terms of capital gains taxes, it is a benefit for the parent to pass away for that child to not have to pay capital gains tax, because now it's stepped up to the date of death, and so if the child sells it fairly within the time after that, there's gonna be no capital gains. Yay, so yay, we avoided capital gain.